Americans spent more money on legal cannabis than Cheetos and Funyuns combined in 2015. This is the Nug Life Radio Show, a higher level of education for the cannabis counterculture community. If you're listening to us now, it's on KNSJ 89.1 in Descanso and San Diego, all the way up to Mira Mesa, and then KSFR up there in the San Francisco-ish area, So Faking Radio.
I've discovered that they're in Arizona somewhere.
All right. Well, big shout outs to Arizona. I thought the SF they'd be out there. K-Boom out there in Nevada, in between Baker and Vegas and all the. We're on like the weirdest FM stations, but we do exist, and that's all that matters. 760-798-3127. This is the Nug Life Radio Show. Again, a higher level of education and entertainment. I'm your host, cannabis comedian, touring around the world.
All over.
Medicinal Mike here with the Nug News correspondent, Benji Cooper. How you doing today, brother?
Good. How are you doing today?
I'm over-caffeinated.
Wow,
if you're
fun.
watching us, you're watching on Nug Life TV, and that'll be live tomorrow or today if you're actually hearing me say tomorrow, but you could see us.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have it up today.
All right. On today's show, it's going to be fantastic. We got headlining comedian from Los Angeles, San Diego. He could be seen on Comedy Central, all kinds of stuff. Zack Miller, the Hebrew Hammer, they call him. See that? Smoke out with me at a comedy show. I'll book you. And then we have Kalizmo, and they're going to sit. Kalizmo, what's the. It's okay with rap. You don't say your band. You do. I don't know if you say your group anymore.
Yeah, we call it a group.
It's a group. So we got Cityboy,
You already know.
Cityboy Street.
Yes, sir.
All right. We got Kalizmo, and we got TKO, and we got T Berry.
Yeah.
All right. It's a lot of tea.
Yeah.
That's good. Big shout out to Mel's Can of Tea. And then you guys are the first group ever. Right into the mic when you guys share. Just share the mic. It's romantic at first. You get the feeling going. But you're the first group to be
Basically selected by Bone Thugs and Harmony in the 20 years, man. We the first group to ever get signed to them. And
So when Bone, how old are you?
I'm actually 24.
So you were just the baby when Bone was out there.
To be honest, you know what I mean? I ain't even really hear all of their music. Like, I heard it, you know what I mean? Meet me at the crossroads.
Breaking my heart. Breaking
First
my
of
heart.
them, I'm going to just be honest. You know
All
what
the
I mean?
popular.
So now I get to see it. I get to actually experience it. It's not like I'm just hearing it on
Molding
the radio.
Thugs.
I heard
wanna
it.
die.
Only from my parents and stuff, but I never really got into it.
Oh,
as
God.
much
How old
as
are your parents?
50.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm feeling good now. I'm feeling good at 38 now. We could have kicked it at some point. It'd have been weird, but if he'd have been like 34, I'd have been like, you know what, I'm going to jump off a bridge.
Yeah.
So how you were exposed to Bone. Now, how long have you two known each other? Okay, who plays the bass? Who plays? No. What is each position when you're in a group? Do you have, that's a rap group, do you have a position? I feel like the most dumbest person in the world right now.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, basically, I'm the leader of the group, you know what I mean? Everybody got their own position, but the way our positions work, we just carry each other.
Now, did you have to like beat anybody up in the group to get that
not at all.
position?
You know what I
or
mean? At the end of the day, everybody just had
they
to work
challenge
hard.
you? No.
Trying to beat me up and stuff. Nah, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I just picked everybody carefully and stuff, you know what I mean? A lot of people wanted to mess with me, but it wasn't even about that. It's just about hard work and dedication, persistence, you know what I mean?
Kalizmo, we've been playing on our show. The
Medicated?
every show, literally every single show for probably about 90 shows. If you hear the medicated show, because sometimes I don't change my music track around, and Benji's nice enough to do all the hard parts, so we hear medicated a lot. Like, we're so ready for something new. No. We're so ready.
We actually got a new track on the way. Me and Kalizmo with Lil Flip about to come out called I Just Blew a Check.
Now, you're East Coast.
Yeah, I'm originally from the East Coast, but we live in Texas now, so I got a little bit of East Coast in the
Where are you
South.
from originally, New York?
Yeah, I'm originally from New York.
Whereabouts?
The Bronx.
Whereabouts?
151 to Morris Avenue.
Oh, yeah. I'm
already
from
know.
Brooklyn originally.
Yeah,
We're going to eat pizza. You know what?
Zack.
Just to blow your mind right now, day before yesterday, they ordered off the internet Drake's Yodels, Devil Dogs.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, they're all here.
Oh, right. Gotta go take some of those. Okay.
That's a New York treat right
Yo,
there.
ready.
You guys are performing tonight with Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah, we at the.
How much of
the
Bone
Day Shed.
Thugs and how many members, first of all, are in Bone? Five original,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
And then do they do like Wu-Tang where they add the third cousins and the fourth cousins?
Not at all. So when it's either Bone Thugs, it's gonna be either all 5 or maybe just 3 if 2 of them don't come. But every show we've been seeing is basically been all 5 there.
Now, do you have a similar style to Bone where it's that?
Not at all. If anything, we the new.
That was my Bone Thugs in harmony, right? Sounded good. Huh? If you close your eyes right now, you'd have thought Fleshbone was in the room.
Right, exactly. Now, the only thing I guess you could compare that we basically just did a new song, basically our new song that's about to come out, Rocks on My Wrist, and there's 4 people on the song. That has not been done in a long time, and just even put 4 people on the song and then not be bunch and then actually have a real song and the crowd loves it, it's hard to do. So that's the only thing you could compare with us with Bone, you know what I mean? But we just bring a new energy and a new wave of it.
So that's, the one thing too is Bone has a very original sound, and it's universal. They don't have a demographic. Everybody likes Bone. You hear Bone, everybody likes Bone. Yeah, it would be nice to hear that kind of come back and mix in. Are they performing with you guys? Are you guys doing crossovers?
Yeah, actually, how we got it right now is we perform on their set. So while they doing, we come out and perform with them. So we actually get to experience how it feels like.
You're the feature act for them.
Yes, you know what I mean? We don't open up.
Same thing in comics.
Same set.
I go with Gallagher sometimes, but I don't get to go with Gallagher. I don't get to hold the actual thing. Zach Miller, the Hebrew Hammer, just hit the thing.
Actually, we about to get a new song actually coming out with Lazy Bone called OG, featuring myself, TKO, and Lazy Bone, and that's the song that we actually gonna be performing with them.
Well, wait, how TKO? You look a little bit older. Who's the oldest in the group right now? You? Okay, how old are you? Okay, just squeeze in right there. Make it all.
Shit, 30 years old.
Yeah. Okay. So now, see, and that's not even that old. How is your grasp? You can pull. It goes up. You can mic around it. Yeah. There you go. Now it's a. Oh, we can all stand. All right. Here we go. No, I'm screwing up camera.
Nah, I mean, as for me, I always been doing music for a long time.
You guys can sit. I was just playing. We're good. We're good. I'm good.
No more pizza.
Oh, that's great. Tell me you got that on camera. Wow. So now we're all standing. We're all here. TKO, how well do you remember Bone when Bone was Bone?
Shoot, I remember riding the backseat with my pops. I was about 5 years old. Got a little quick story. Remember when VHS was out?
I remember VHS.
Used to, like, record their
do you
shows.
remember VHS?
I do. I remember recording over one of my mom's shows.
Then you remember VHS.
And boy, did I get it.
Did you have to put that little piece of paper in that back square on the back of the VHS to make sure it records and you tape it in? That's VHS.
So I grew up in that era, so I grew up listening to them. To be honest with you, I'm pretty humbled to be here now.
So you feel when you're up there with Bone, because I don't feel like he's so young. He was talented before Bone. Right? Like, I mean, you guys, I'm sure, all talented before Bone, but he just went in like he don't know Bone, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna just be honest, you know what I mean? I would be lying to you, be saying like
I love it. It's making me smile. I'm like, man, and that's probably something that I would think the members of Bone probably appreciate because you're an original sound. You're not coming out trying to be Bone honestly, it's a complimentary.
That's that one thing that everybody compliments us on because they say we bring that turn up that they, not saying that they missing, but that because their music is real
20 years ago.
Exactly,
so I mean,
you know what I mean? So we just bring the new flavor, but it's the same energy and vibe that you still get from the Bone Thug when you see all 4 or 5 members on the same stage, you know what I mean? Then just to have them co-signing you just makes stuff very easier, you know what I mean?
And then is your style, you more East Coast or West Coast?
Honestly, I'm more in the middle. I
do you know at your age? Do you because East Coast and West Coast used to be very different. Nowadays, it's
like when I
feel
first
like
came
it's kind
down
of more
here
universal.
To Texas, I was strictly East Coast because I was strictly coming from New York, so it was just only bars. But in Texas, I'm not gonna say they don't appreciate your bars, but they want to hear just dancing and more music. So I had to figure out how to put bars with the South dance music and
how do you come out of Texas with hip hop?
Man, you just
has anybody else done that before?
Nah,
is that?
Nah, they really come with that chopped and screwed music. You know what I mean? So
share it, Benji. Can you share with Kalizmo a little so he can? He's got. He's so.
You know what I mean?
Quiet.
And then us being from down there, and that we not trying to be everybody else. We trying to go in our own lane. It just allows us to stand out and be unique, and people to grasp onto us a lot quicker. You know what I mean? We honestly went a different route. A lot of people in Texas go to Houston and Dallas. You know what I mean? That's where everybody's at. We went a totally different route. Went to South Padre. It's a predominantly Mexican area. You know what I mean? I had to get accepted by the Mexicans, and I embraced it. You know what I mean? I didn't look at it as a color. I just looked at it as me going out there and just hard work. And after I know I was the only person down there performing every single hip-hop show before Bone Thugs and Harmony, just myself, you know what I mean, 20,000 people, then that allowed me to
Then when you show up to Houston and everywhere, you got an army
bang,
behind you. And
bang, you know what I mean? So now, like, when I got signed to Bone Thugs and Harmony, literally 2 weeks before that, I headlined with T.I. at the same place as them and went back with Bone Thugs signed 2 weeks later.
So how long had you been a musician before that?
In total, I've been a musician for 7 years. I did music for 4 years strictly, like really, I'm talking about dedicated music, but 2 years professionally. I'm talking about spending
It's like
your
as
money.
soon as you knew you wanted to be an adult, you was
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna be in
Yeah,
music.
you know what I mean? And honestly, for me, anything that I do, I'm going to just put 100% in, whether it's going to be hard and it's going to be treacherous. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to go all the way in until it's done, and now I completed my goal. So now I just got to get to the next step, get that hit song, and just keep moving, you know what I mean?
Most
And
of us
then,
do music since we were kids too, so it's like really easy.
Oh,
It's so weird to actually hear you talking. Usually I just
Yeah.
see you moving and we don't get to hear anything. It's nice. Kalizmo in the house. He sings the Medicated song. Are any of these guys on Medicated? That was a different
no,
group.
it was like 2 years ago before we even met any of them. So
And you've killed every member of that band and assimilated them, and now you have joined a super group, right?
Exactly.
So those guys. So there's people right now who are just hearing Medicated for the first time,
Yeah.
and that's
Well,
done
even as
and
Piff
gone
Boys,
already.
There's so many more Piff Boys back home, like where we're from, back over from where he's from as well, on the east.
So
like,
that's
East
the
Coast.
is the Piff Boys that are doing Medicated.
No,
No, it's the other group.
I don't talk to them anymore.
Dead and gone. Dead and gone. Killed them all. We don't talk to them no more. What you want us to take them off? You want to take off the thing and
No,
we'll switch
I'm
it?
not salty about stuff like
We
that.
can just blink twice.
It's okay.
It's all right. Tell me you're going to come back revamped, man.
yeah,
Like you
that's
said,
right.
you got the new track coming. Let them know, man.
That's good. We're
No,
going to take the
we
old
have the
one
new
off.
song coming out with Little Flip. I also have some stuff with my boy Neff from back around that time. He was actually living over in Arizona at that time.
So you've been grinding. You've been grinding almost since we started up, at least on the FM station.
Yeah, I played guitar, piano, and bass and drums since I was 12 years old. So
Oh
I've
man,
just
so
always
you're
done music.
the everyman.
I've gotten to get lessons from like BB King, from ZZ Top to.
So now, are
some-
you mixing that real instrument into with this hip hop and this rap here?
Well, that's the
Because
thing.
usually they're traditionally going to be, DJ Click, or
If I would love to do that, we
they won't
can't
let
do
you.
it
Huh?
right now.
They don't know how
There's
to
not
do it
enough-
yet. They won't let you.
Yeah.
Listen,
I think that's something that we'll have to do, like as far as when we're going on tour. Just
you
the
want to get
vocals.
rich real quick.
A live band.
Get a live
Oh,
band.
we have to
have a
man.
live band.
You'll kill it. You'll
But at
kill
the end of
it.
the
That
day,
ain't
you
been
gotta
done in
have
so
everything
long.
rehearsed, practice,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the way they shows be, sometimes it could be sloppy if everybody's on the stage. So it's just about showmanship. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't have to keep that live band. You hire professionals just for
Right.
that one day or record for that show.
yeah.
Like Kanye used Jesus Walks, and there was the whole choir back there and everyone. And man, that ain't been done. It's been a long time since production
All
was
my
actually
friends
put
growing
into
up,
stage.
We all played like instruments. Like
Bone used to put a
best
lot of
friends, like,
production,
yeah.
man. Back in the 90s, man, that show you went to, it was like you got your money's worth. You spent $50 on a ticket and you left there like, wow.
Luckily, they still
I
doing
felt so
it, man.
thuggish. I felt
it's
like
still
I was
like
so hard, but I'm like now that I'm a grown man, I realize that I wasn't hard back then. But when
not?
you're listening to Bone and you had Snoop, and it was on the same tape because you made the tape and you flip it with the big thing. Felt hard, man. Used to walk around mean mugging people and be like, "What up?" Listening to Bone in my ear, which is weird if you're wearing headphones. I used to get beat up a lot, but on a boombox, then they would know I was tough and.
Have you been to any Bone Thugs and Harmony shows?
Yeah.
Okay, word
yeah.
up, man.
I'm from Vegas.
Word up.
Yeah.
That shit, man.
I used to be I used to be a thug before I was this. I'm all tattooed. I'm covered top to bottom. Me and TKO used to kick it back in the day.
You already know.
Word, now you got to come to a Piff Boy show, man, so we can show you how we do it.
Now, you
man.
guys are performing tonight. So if you're listening in San Diego right now, this isn't for Denver or anybody else, but if you're in San Diego and you're listening and
We're
you
actually
want
in
to come.
Indigo tonight.
What's
We're in
that?
San
That's what
Diego
I meant.
tomorrow.
In San Indigo. What's Indigo?
I don't know.
Indio.
That's what it said on the thing.
INDO.
We don't even know where it is. Indio.
I thought it was a color.
Oh, okay, Indio. That's Benji? Oh,
Yeah.
it is East.
We at the date shed in Indio.
Tomorrow night, Saturday
We at the
night,
Flux.
at the Flux in
Flux.
Indio.
No, we at the Flux tomorrow in San Diego.
Okay, I was like, I've heard of the Flux. So
and then
apparently,
we at the date shed today in Indio.
okay, so if you're listening on the internet, you're around the Indio area, or if you're in San Diego,
turn up.
headed to Indio because it's close. It's not that far.
Right.
Go out there, check them out tonight. What do we call the group?
Man, we called the Piff Boys, you know what I mean?
Piff, P-I-F-F,
Yeah,
Piff
man.
Boys.
Tell
Or
me
you
what
can
it
call
means,
us
City.
Piff and Bones, man. That's the new joint. We about to
Oh, I
get
like
on
that,
rocking.
Piff and Bones.
Yeah,
you got to
man.
get the word bone in.
Yeah.
We're going to be right back after these
You already know.
messages. If you're listening right now, you're listening to the Nug Life radio show. If you hear commercials, it's because you're listening on FM. If you hear music, it's because you don't live anywhere near us and you're on the internet. So call your station, tell them you want to hear cannabis. We'll be back, 760-798-3127, Nug Life Radio.
I'm seeing green, packing my bowl. I'm starting up this hits here on Nug Life Radio. Don't you know? Nug Life Radio.
Facebook shuts down New Jersey medical marijuana pages. Boo, Facebook. They're the feds anyway. What do you expect? Kansas Senate approves bill to lessen marijuana policies. This is the Nug Life radio show. I'm Medicinal Mike here with Benji, the Nug News correspondent, Cooper.
Yep,
We had the Bone Thugs Babies.
we did.
How cool is that? They don't like that name, though.
No.
They're like, we call it Piffy Bone. I'm like, oh, come on, man. Bone Babies, man. That's bad.
Is that like Muppet Babies?
If you're watching us, you're watching. That's what I thought of too. Except for they're way tougher. I would never say that to their face.
No.
This is the Nug Life Radio Show, a higher level of education. We're having a fun Friday here, 5 days a week, cannabis education, Monday through Friday. We're gonna be back later on with more from the Piffy Boys, Piffy Bone.
Piffy.
Bone Babies. The Bone Babies. Right now, if you're watching on Nug Life TV, you see off in the corner we got, as always, Papa's Potions blessing us on this beautiful Friday. The only
yeah.
medicated pizza place in San Diego. And we are here with headlining comedian Los Angeles, San Diego, towards the entire country, I'm sure. Zack Miller. Too good to be hosting
Bing,
shows.
bing, 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 bing.
You should be touring the world right now. You're hands down one of the funniest comics out there.
Thanks, man.
but-
That means a lot, but I like hosting.
Well, you're insanely funny. Like, you could be headline. A lot of hosts, and this is why I say this, because a lot of hosts that you find in comedy shows can't do comedy. It's the it's what do they say? You can't
Well,
do,
and
you teach.
A lot of comics can't host. It's not it's not the same job, bro. It's a specific skill set. You
Nailed
gotta
it.
do it a lot. It's like fucking. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do it a lot until you get good, and you still come too early.
We're lucky it's
sometimes.
Friday. We don't have
Yeah.
to bleep anything on Friday.
Sean's job's
Oh
easier
wait,
today.
I forget that I'm on.
we
got
got
FM right now.
Yeah, but we got a button. Don't worry.
Did you? I apologize. That
It's
won't happen
okay.
again, dude. That's like, I haven't done. I do so many podcasts now, and I rarely do radio. You get in the mode with a mic that you forget it's. You know, there's still radio. You know what I mean? Yeah, my bad, bro.
No,
That won't happen again.
That's okay. Zack Miller. How long you been doing blue comic? No,
What's
I'm
that?
just kidding. How long you been a blue
My whole
comic?
life, dog,
No.
since I was like in second grade.
But not joking, how long have you been doing comedy? I was trying
I've
to
been
make a
in-
joke because you
I-
curse a lot.
Yeah. I've been in the game, as they would call it, for 12 years. But I took like 5 years off in the middle where I was just producing, managing, booking, business stuff, and then I got back on stage to host all my shows like 5 years ago.
First thing I noticed right away, you could tell between a professional and a new guy is there's no intimidation from the whole radio thing or nothing. He's just his.
Nah.
I'm borderline being punked right now. Like, I'm like, okay, it's a lion and a lion in the den right now. You are on everything. You don't even look impressed. I'm trying to compliment you. Smile.
Oh, thanks, man. Yo, man, it's hard to get complimented when you leave the studio getting that 2014 Kia Forte. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, I mean,
But
yeah, I'm saving gas,
You-
bro. And at least it's not a 06. You know what I'm saying? It's still under warranty, so that's cool.
now you have also you do the Hebrew Hammer. You do a podcast, skits,
Hebrew Thunder is
Hebrew
a
Thunder,
character. Hebrew Hammer was
a movie with Adam
yeah.
Carolla.
Right.
Adam Goldstein.
Should have been you.
You said Adam.
Should have been
Carolla.
you. I don't care who it was. Should have been Zack Miller. That's what I'm saying.
I was like 14. Listen, dude, I'm super excited. I met my biggest fan today. I had no idea. We hang out all the time. Like, you could have told me this off air if you wanted to bone me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know you were gonna come out with
I
your
follow
real love. In
everything
front of
I do,
Two
everything you
brothers
do.
and some weird dude in the studio in San Marcos. You know what I'm saying? I figured you'd take me to a hotel, light some candles, have some edible candies or something. You know what I
Life's
mean?
full of surprises.
That's right.
Named over yet.
I wish I had some
Show's
like
not
some Barry White, I could play in the back right now.
Let's get it on.
Let me set the mood. Let's have a piece of pizza.
There we go.
Oh.
For the cameras here, what kind of pizza did you make,
How about
Papa?
one of your favorites? Your all-time favorite?
What are we doing here? This is the, what is it?
Hot wing chicken.
Oh yeah, it's a hot wing chicken pizza. So he put the buffalo wings and the pizza into one thing, Zach. Do you eat? Now I know you're performing this evening, but are you an edible fan?
You know what? I've done them like twice. I'm not gonna partake, and it's no disrespect.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's got to be on stage shortly.
I just, well, I still got to drive to San Diego.
I don't want you to worry about that. I want you to enjoy
Yeah, and we also have the Piff Boys that are definitely going to have a piece of pizza.
I handle my smoke quite reasonably, but I'm not sure how I respond to
It's a
edibles
whole
yet.
nother
Yeah.
world out there. This is a medicated pizza courtesy of Papa's Potions. Here, you guys have some pizza. I'm going to just jack a piece off the top.
Give me that one
Here.
before you do that.
Okay.
We need to get this over there.
See that, Zach? Right
What's
there.
that?
As long as we keep talking, we're doing good.
Oh, is that how it works
That's
in radio?
it.
I didn't know. You can't cuss, but you don't have to make sense necessarily.
No.
I worked in radio in 05 in the Inland Empire with Jeff Garcia and helped him produce his morning show on Wild 96.
Have you done movies? Do you have film credits yet? Again, I'm your
Nah,
biggest
man.
fan. Biggest
the thing
fan.
is like I spent the mid 5 years of my career, like I said, just producing, hosting. So I produced Jeff's Showtime specials. I produced the Southern Bells of Comedy with Brett Butler. I booked hundreds of colleges, and then I managed a lot of guys.
How come, may I ask, you not teaching a class or something? There's a lot of new comics that come out, especially in the first year, and they're unguided, I guess would be the best way to put it. I had like Joe Charles and some greats back in the day to help me. Somebody like you
I
who's
teach class on the patio at the Palace every Friday and Saturday night. I'm always talking to comics and giving them advice.
so you leave yourself open for
Yeah,
questions.
yeah. I mean, as long as they're cool. If they're like lame, pay me. You know what I mean? But,
Buy a shirt. Buy a shirt.
but if they're cool, and there's some cool people that have paid me too. I did have a class for like 6 months, and then it just didn't fill up the last time, and I said, all right, I'm not doing it anymore. So that was that. What, you want to take my class?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm a funny guy, but looks on everything. So.
Okay. Are you a comic?
No, he's never done comedy, but I think it would be good.
My class was more focused towards people who've been doing a little while and are trying to make that next transition.
Intermediate level.
Yeah. So, which is like the lamest topic. Let's talk about something else.
Sure. What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about Burn Booth.
Burn Booth. I watched it. I love
Yeah.
this thing.
Okay.
I'm glad you brought that up. Let me tell you, too, the reason I had Zach Miller on, I hate other comics, but I love his, I can watch him, and I usually, I'll end up going out in the parking lot and smoking when somebody's on. It's not me. But him, I actually take my time to stop and watch because it's always different. You're fresh. You have, it's funny.
Thanks, man.
I can
I appreciate
genuinely
that.
laugh.
I appreciate that.
And I mean, there's like Eric Knowles I'll listen to, but Zoltan,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that's it, and
Yeah.
you're definitely one that I would
Damn,
pay
that's
money
good
to
company.
see.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. What's that? I'm at the Palace all this weekend in Kearney Mesa. 2 shows tonight.
You
and
could
2
check
shows
out.
tomorrow.
He's got one. It's called the Burn Booth,
Yeah.
and I love the concept of this. He gets professional comics and good ones, and he sits there, and then as the people, are they paying you to be
Nah,
roasted,
man. It's
or
basically it's called the Burn Booth. I host it, and then I have 2, and I partner on it with my friend Brendan Woodruff, who directs it. We're partners in Burn Booth, and then our featured burners, like our star burners, are Connor McSpadden and Keith Carey, who are like 2 of the hottest young burners coming out of that roast battle scene at the Comedy Store in L.A., just killing it. So I'm lucky to have those 2 dudes on board. What we do is we set up a booth in a populated area. Like on the 14th, we're shooting at Venice Beach, right by Muscle Beach. So that's going to be insane. So much foot traffic. In San Diego, we did
it's like Mission
Bay, Belmont Park by the roller coaster.
Right by the
but
roller
like
coaster.
over by the beach. And what we do is people come up, they wonder what we're doing. We got 3 cameras. I host it. We have producers to do triage, who sign up. All the people who walk up to the booth get a release from them. Then they come up to me, knowing kind of what it is. I interview them, get some info on them, bag on them a little bit, get them, get the pee wet, and then I pass them to the feet. See, I did that P. That's okay. You can
Yeah,
say
you
that.
can say P.
Squares don't know what I'm talking about, and real dogs don't care. So anyway, then they step up to the booth, and Keith and Connor just let loose, man. Those dudes are like some of the best roasters probably in the country right now, and they're on the come up. You know, they don't get the love that, you know, a guy like Jeffrey Ross does, or, you know, some of the big roast comics from the, you know, the roasts of Bieber or Sheen, like Amy Schumer and all those cats. But they're, you know, they're A-listers. These are the guys on the come up. These are the ones that are going to be there next. And those are the cats that I like to mess with, because I'm a 12-year guy, and I'm friends with lots of 12, 15, 20-year-old vets. I book them all at my clubs. But, like, for creatively, I like working with these younger cats, because really I'm a 5-year comic. I did stand up 12 years ago for like a year and a half before I quit to just do the business stuff. But on this current run, I'm a 5-year animal. I've done 2,000 shows in the last 5 years, give or take. So my teeth are sharp.
Now,
and
somebody
the
wanted
cats
to
I came
book
up with
that.
are those cats.
How would somebody bring the burn booth to their event?
They would email me and Zack at ampcomedy.com, or you can just find me online. I'm pretty easy at ZM Comedy. And we discuss terms.
We negotiate the release of the hostages.
Dude, honestly, I'm not setting a price before, you know, this even saturates over the weekend. You know what I'm saying?
But
We'll
it's
see.
something that they can bring. So if somebody's out there and you're listening and you're having like a marijuana event out there,
Oh, yeah,
and
we're
you
doing
want something original,
We're doing 420 at UC Santa Cruz. It's going to be nuts. Because they have a big festival up there, and my partner
give me a
Brendan's
call
an
around
alumni.
that week. I got all kinds of crazy stuff I can get you into.
Up north?
Yeah.
Dope.
Or around here. I don't know where I'm at, but it's like something every day and every weekend. I know I got
Yeah.
Arizona. I can get you into there.
Yeah. We'll talk about it off
exactly.
air, man.
Check out Burn Booth. You can watch that on YouTube right now if you want to see it. Right?
Facebook. Go on Facebook. YouTube, we don't really push. We push it mainly all encompassed in our Facebook page. Just go to Facebook, search Burn Booth. Or go to burnboothcomedy.com. It'll direct you there.
And then are you always using guest comics? I saw Bijan on the one night.
What we did, the first one was Connor and Olivia Grace, another great roaster. Then on the second one, it was Keith and Connor and Keith Carey. Now they've become the regulars. On the third one, we added in Bijan and Dan Venti to put some local town on here in San Diego. And now on this fourth one, in Venice, we're doing a thing called a burn pit, where we're basically doing open call. Any comic that wants to show up. And they can hang out, watch the burns, and then from time to time, after Keith and Connor are done, they can say, hey, Zack, let me get a tag. They can jump in, get a burn on the victim.
So you
and if it's great.
Turn the cameras off and the lights off, and then we let the noobs in.
No, we'll tape them. Yeah. And if it's good, if it's great, it would have to be really good to make the episode. But
So
if it was really
if they
good,
want
we'll
to
keep
be
it.
a part of the burn booth, this could be considered almost like a live audition.
Kind of, yeah.
Like
but
if you think you got what it takes.
Yeah, if they step up and they're weak, don't ask again. And we'll just cut the footage. It's digital. It's 2016.
I want to go. We're going to this. Where is that going to be at?
Venice Beach. We're going to start at 10 a.m. on Valentine's Day, February 14th.
10 a.m. in the morning?
Yep.
No, I'm just kidding.
That's how AM works, sir.
It's before the crack of
Whatever,
noon.
dude. Aren't you like 40,
Yeah,
dog? You're
yeah,
like
I'm
the
close.
most respectable stoner I've ever
Close,
met. You have like a full schedule. I'm sure you're up
I'm
at
up at
6 every day.
7 a.m. I'll be there.
That's what's great about
I want
pot
to get you
versus
guys to a
alcohol.
weed show. I
It's
want
not a late night thing. I'll go to sleep at 10. I got no problem going to sleep at 10 and getting up at 6. Yeah.
No, there's.
I have 2 kids. I can't drink anymore.
Sleep is for poor people. If you like being poor, I'm sure you're getting plenty of rest.
Nothing else to do.
Nothing like 12 hours of sleep and some government cheese to make your day feel right.
Hey, I don't know how many of you guys had government cheese, but government cheese is the best cheese. Get out of here. The brick. Listen, government cheese that I used to get back in the day when they gave you the oatmeal and everything, it was a cardboard brick. And it was like a big rectangle, it was the size of your arm. And it was that we would slice, you'd get the little wire cutter, and you'd be just racking on.
That was the only thing it was good for was grilled cheese, man.
Zach, you never had government cheese, real government cheese?
Dude, I'm not named Hebrew Thunder because I'm Italian, bro. I've never been on welfare.
See, I'm only half.
I am not down in anyone. He did that. I didn't do that.
See, I'm half Jewish and half Italian.
I didn't make the stereotype. I'm just letting you know it's true.
Jumped on and jumped off and quick.
This is the Nug Life Radio Show. We're going to be right back after these messages. We're chilling. We got Zack Miller. We got Papa's Potions. We got the Piffy Boys, or Baby Bone. And we'll be back after these messages from our sponsors.
I'm seeing green, packing my ball. I'm starting up this hit here on Nug Life Radio. Don't you know? Nug Life Radio.
Now, from around the world, around the country, around the corner, around and around and around we go. It's Nug Life Radio, Nug News with Benji.
Well, California Governor Jerry Brown signed Assembly Bill 21 Wednesday, an emergency bill to correct a drafting error that's had cities across the state scrambling to ban marijuana cultivation before the March 1st deadline in order to keep legal control. The bill is an amendment to the original regulations that were passed and completely eliminates the paragraph that gives the state control over marijuana regulations in cities that didn't make the deadline. The bill's author, Assemblyman Jim Wood, says now that we have given local officials the time to take a thoughtful approach to regulating medical marijuana, I hope they will maximize that time by engaging with the public and having a thorough discussion. Medical marijuana has been legal in California since 1996, but it wasn't until last year that a licensing and regulation system was put into place. Rules for this system are currently being written by Agriculture, Health, and Consumer Affairs departments.
You did them out of order, so my headliners that make it easy for me to understand you. Which one is that?
It's the third one.
Thank
Sorry,
you.
I'm doing them backwards.
You threw me off. That's, because I get to look. He makes me a cheat sheet, Zach.
Sorry about that.
Yay, California. I don't know what to say.
Well, this is
Papa, you got an opinion on that?
On what?
Exactly, my friend.
well, this is that whole.
California
don't need a
government
list.
okays emergency fix to statewide marijuana regulations. So basically, right now, in layman's terms, all the cities in California are so gray areaed that they are jumping it into high gear to fix these issues.
Well,
Benji?
I think the pressure is on that they need to make a decision on what they're going to do, because if not, the government is going to put some type of program in place and nobody will have control of it. So now they're giving each city a chance to go in and make their own rules and regulations. And if they don't, in an ample time, then they're just going to do it on their own. And if they do that, then we're going to get screwed all the way around.
Right, and this all relates to the legislation that Governor Brown signed back in December, I believe, that puts into place all the medical marijuana regulations. But there was what they called a glitch in the bill that gave everybody till March 1st to basically try to keep control of cultivation and regulation in their own city. But now what they've done here with AB 21, when he signed it the other day, is they've taken that paragraph out completely.
So now they don't have the control to come up with a
So now
plot.
things won't. This won't happen until the actual regulations go into place.
So the problem that they're doing that I see is a lot of the laws are being made without properly educating the people on what they're deciding on or not. And then you put these implications in place that cause everybody to rush. And then you have these backwards laws, which is why we're in the situation that we're in, that they're going, okay, now we need to rush to fix the situation that we rushed ourselves into.
It's out of control now.
Sex, drugs, and jokes. Zach Miller. Get your T-shirt today.
At least I'm glad that they've gotten on it and fixed it, though. They didn't just let it slide and be just like, oh, yeah, that's one of those things.
So I'm hearing roughly in California we're looking at 2018
Yes.
for complete legalization.
Yeah, that's what they said. 2014, it was 2016, and
Well,
every
it's
time we get
time.
close,
It's
they push
time.
it away.
Well, there's a bunch of initiatives on the ballot.
I want
vying for
recreational,
position on the ballot.
recreational
That's what I
pond,
want.
or there's nothing going on for me. I'm tired
I
of
want fully recreational.
like now. I have an acute narcolepsy, which is a seizure disorder. But I was smoking before I knew I had it. I'd be smoking if I didn't have it, and luckily it benefits that. But recreationally, man, marijuana's fixed my entire life.
What did your physician have to say about that?
That's for people with insurance. The Italian half of my family, no insurance. The Jewish half not willing to sign the paper.
I was talking about the community clinic.
They tried to give me a pharmacy, a pharmaceutical, starts with an L, and it's for a seizure condition. And they said once that you take it, you have to take this forever. And if you stop taking it, you're going to have seizures. Like immediately, it will cause seizures.
So let's hook you on this real quick.
Right. So
here, get addicted to this,
they're the
and we'll
best
talk
drug
about it
dealers in
later.
the business. I'm gonna tell you.
Well,
they are really the best drug dealers out there right now.
the thing going on is I tried cannabis and it worked. And it doesn't mean it's going to work for everybody. I personally think it does, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you, hey, it's going to work for you. But please educate yourself.
It
and
works
look it
for
up.
me.
What else you got in the news, Benji?
Well, let's see. The California Medical Association, which boasts more than 40,000 members, announced their support of the Adult Use of Marijuana Act yesterday, an initiative to legalize recreational marijuana use in the state. The initiative is funded by billionaire venture capitalist Sean Parker and supported by Lieutenant Governor Gavin Newsom. In a statement released by CMA, they stated that under a legal market, cannabis can be monitored and regulated to protect public health while diverting healthy patients away from the medical system. They don't encourage marijuana use and discourage smoking. The President Steve Larson says that the CMA believes the Adult Use Act is a comprehensive measure that will allow state officials to better protect public health by clarifying the role of physicians, regulating use by responsible adults, and keeping it out of the hands of children.
Now, here's the thing. We had Dr. Kelly was our co-host for a very long time. And he's somebody who is medically board certified. And you have a lot of these doctors who are medically board certified. And for them to come out, and if they even tell you, let me tell you now, 99.9% of them believe that half the stuff they're giving you is poisoning you and that cannabis can cure mostly or symptom treat a lot of what those things are doing. But they can't say it because if they do, they lose their state certified license. Their 50 years of school or college and whatever they had to go through to become a to get their PhDs all down the drain.
I've
all
had
down the drain.
doctors tell me that unofficially, if you're using cannabis and it's helping your problem, then continue. But that's unofficially.
Right.
I can't put that on paper.
That's exactly what they say.
Doctors' recommendations are covered under the Second Amendment.
Yeah.
Because if they prescribe it, then it falls into federal territory,
Right.
FDA. So that's why we have
Bunch of crap. What else you got in the news? We got time for one more story.
All right. Well, mashing Oregon's venture into legal retail cannabis with an ultimate American convenience, Green Life Coastal is getting ready to open the nation's first drive-through recreational marijuana shop on April 20th in Gold Beach.
Nation's first, my ass. People have been driving up to my house to pick up weed. Stay in the car, man. Stay in the car. My mom's home. Tell me how they discovered how to.
Well, drive-through dispensaries have opened up in Detroit, Michigan and Olympia, Washington, but only to serve medical marijuana patients. And while the town of Gold Beach is close to the California border, making it convenient for recreational smokers from the south, the new shop is deliberately located by a hospital in the former timber boomtown. Manager Jeremy Paulson says we want to make sure people have the opportunity for natural alternatives to pain medicine, as well as offer a product the voters of Oregon support.
Boo. Let me tell you the first thing. A lot of people will say that smoking marijuana doesn't impair your driving. They're doing big studies on it right now, and they're saying, oh, it's so safe. Bull crap. If you haven't, and because you can't clump it like this, smoking certain things, sure, if you got a swaggy flower strain, but if you've ever done a dab off of a blowtorch, which now, thanks to Nectar Collector and all these, easy, handy companies people are doing while they're driving, you go, your feet go out from under you. You're almost blind for a few seconds, and there's no way somebody's going to tell me that that's a safe thing to drive, and having drive-through that's going to give you the dabs and the, it's all
this is
bad.
not a new concept. I mean, drive-through liquor stores. I think that's the model they're going after
those are horrible.
rather than drive-through like fast food, where your intent is to consume it as soon as you leave there. But
no, I'm pointing to him to show him he's next. But go on. Sorry, but
I just think Detroit and Michigan, they think it's great that they're going forward with the green, because if any state needs it, it's them. not only economically, but to make people forget about the fact that they're drinking poisonous water.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. It's brown up there.
Yeah, who wants water anyway? I want some soda, man. Hi.
Fago's popular up there, I hear.
So now here's the thing.
In regards to driving and dabbing, I think that's just insane.
Well, a
I've
lot
seen
of
people jump in the pool from doing that stuff.
Anyway.
a lot of companies out there that are companies, when I say cooperative dispensaries, have first-time patient deals. And the most popular of all these deals is a pre-roll, a ready-to-go marijuana joint, which, I mean, you can take it and go and smoke it in your car anyway as soon as you leave the facility or whatnot. You know, it's the same option. But driving, it just makes it so easy. I don't understand. If you don't have a handicap sticker on your car, get the hell out of the car and go and get your weed. How lazy can you get? Can you bring it to my house? If it's a delivery service, that's all you need.
I don't know. If I could just drive up and I already knew what I wanted, pay for it, go home, I'd be good.
All right, real quick. I got 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
Better be brilliant.
Papa's Potions is going to be merging with Weeze's Pizzas. Just wanted to let you guys know that. Be looking out
That's
for
another.
it.
We're not over yet. You
Weeze's
still got plug
Pizzas.
time. Nug Life Radio. We're going to be right back with more Papa's Potions 420 if you're following them on Instagram. Weeze's Pizzas, they are merging. So if you're looking for Papa's Potion, Weeze's Pizzas is going to be the same flavor. Coming back, we got Piffy Boys in the house. They're going to be playing tonight in Indio, tomorrow in San Diego with Bone Thugs and Harmony. And then we have Zack Miller, headlining comic, Z-A-C-H Miller, if you're spelling it. Headlining comic, superstar host. Well, we'll be back after these messages for the last time round.
I'm seeing green, packing my ball. I'm starting up this hit here on Nug Life Radio. Don't you know Nug Life Radio?
Welcome back to the Nug Life Radio Show, a higher level of education. If you're watching us, it's nuglifetv.com. If you're listening, it's Nug Life Radio, KNSJ 89.1 FM, KSFR, and K-Boom. Rest in peace, K-High and K-Bud in Denver. I'm Medicinal Mike here with Benji, the Nug News correspondent, Cooper. We got back in the studio. I love Bone Babies. I love Bone Babies. The Piffy Boys, right?
Yeah, right.
Piff Boys, baby.
Piff
Yeah, the
Boys.
Piff Boys.
I like Piffy too, man. We're gonna work on marketing. No,
Yo,
just playing. Piff Boys is hella tougher. But Bone Babies, yeah. I'll send a letter. You could be a Bone Baby. He too old to be a Bone Baby,
That's what you call your girls.
right? Yeah,
Right.
like he's still
She's my
pretty.
Bone
He's still
Baby.
pretty over here. These are the Bone Men. Oh no, see, then Bone Baby sounds. There's no way to make that good. Tell that to him. No, it's cool though because he got a baby face. He's a pretty dude. Like girls love that. You get a lot of. Are you in a relationship?
Yeah, I'm
Committed?
just chilling right now, you know what I mean?
Some girl right now is crying, going,
Nah,
"What?
Nah. I'm just chilling.
What? Chilling, huh?" You, I would
Nah,
imagine,
at the end of the day,
are
look,
attracting
this
a
the main
lot of
reason.
MILFs.
Yeah, a lot of girls try to come on to me, but at the end of the day, I'm like focused in my career right now. It's nothing wrong with the girls, you know what I mean? It's a time and place for everything, but I want to succeed first
That's
before
what
I
they
try
love.
to.
They love that unattainable. That's
You
what
know
you
what I mean?
Sorry, baby, I gotta work.
You
No.
heard? Sorry, mama, I gotta get back to the studio.
I can see, man. There's a girl out there that wants to take care of you and spend a lot of money on you. You two gonna have to work for it a little harder.
Guys,
So can we get you guys to do something musically for us in the studio? Big Finish for the audience,
Yeah,
so
we
they can get a
can.
little taste of what they're gonna see tonight at Indio, tomorrow night at Flux in San Diego.
should we give them a little preview of what's going down tonight?
Yeah.
Look at the rest of my wrist. Hey,
I will
look
give
at
you
the
a-
weight of the gliss.
Hey.
Look at the rocks on my wrist. Hey, look at the weight of the gliss. What I tell them though, look at the rocks on my wrist. Diamonds they gliss. All of my niggas stay lit. 2 in the K in the VIP. Smoking on piff. Damn it, we feel like the shit. Look at the rocks on my wrist. Diamonds they gliss. All of my niggas stay lit. 2 in the K in the VIP. Smoking on piff. Damn it, we feel like the shit. Look at the rocks on my wrist. Diamonds they gliss. All of my niggas stay lit. 2 in the K in the VIP. Smoking on piff. Damn it, we feel like the shit. Let's go. Look at the flick of the wrist. Finesse busting a brick, whipping and whipping my wrist. 200K on the whip, my neck and my bitch. Damn, I feel like the shit. Most of them niggas still hating, most of my niggas still caking. No need for faking, smoking dope out with the Haitian. How on vacation, man, you thought I was playing. Trapping and rapping and stacking, I feel like the plug.
I feel like the plug.
I keep bitches in bottles whenever I'm up in the club.
Up in the club.
The 40 cal on me, my nigga, while I'm throwing dubs.
I'm throwing dubs.
Shit, they hate whenever a nigga pull up to the club.
Pull up to the club.
Let's go, look at the rocks on my chain. Diamonds, they bling. Riding around town with your man. Look at the rocks on my ring. They do the same. The diamonds, oh so insane. Look at the way that I ball. Talking Chris Paul. The diamonds making them fall. Look at the way that I floss. Feel like a boss. Spinning and churning the sauce. Man, nah. We can't give y'all too much, man. But that's our new single on the way called Rocks on My Wrist. We probably might play it today, man. You know what I mean? That's what we performing tonight, man. So
Piff Boys on Nug Life Radio,
today.
blowing it up. You can see them at the Flux in San Diego. If you're listening to San Diego right now, you're going to hear them at the Flux. It's the hottest nightclub in town. I know you know where it is, so Google it if you don't. And what time's the show start?
Man, the show starts at 7 o'clock. You know what I mean? Well, the doors open at 7 o'clock. Show starts at 8, and then we probably going around 10:30.
Oh, that's how you know you're good.
Turn up.
Anybody you want to shout out? Anybody opening for you or any
well, we
love?
don't know anybody opening, but you know what I mean. At the end of the day, we want to shout out to all the Piff Boys, man, all the supporters, man, that got us here, man, that support us every day. I want to give a big shout out to my bro La Shells, to the homie Ziggy, man, all the Piff Boys, JT, Molly. We see y'all, man. We just getting that work in, man. In this time, and it's our time now, man. The Piff Boys is here.
Check out the Piff Boys, Piff Boys.
BOYZ, you heard?
Or anything under the Bone Babies yet?
Nah, not yet, man. We coming.
I love that. I want to do the comic book. He draws, I'll write it.
We're gonna change my name to Cityboy Streets.
I like that.
I'm be a T-bone.
No, you can't be T-Bone. Somebody's using that.
Oh man.
They call me T-Bone. That's a Denny special.
You already know, man.
TK, hold on. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna think of something for you. I like doing that.
You already know.
We'll stop the whole show just to wait to think of a name for you. I'm like, all right, we're gonna come. Yeah, we'll be back in 20 minutes. If you have suggestions and you want to think of the cool new names for the new Bone Babies, but don't call them Bone Babies. It's going to be Piff Bones.
You heard? Piff and Bones.
Piff and Bones.
Yeah, that's that new slogan we coming up, man.
like
when you
that.
see Bone Thugs Harmony and Piff Boys, you think of the Piff and Bones. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so you're listening to Nug Life Radio. Check them out. You can see them tomorrow night at the Flux. Big shout outs to Papa's Potions 420, the only medicated pizza delivery.
God is feeling wavy.
Wavy.
I gotta go like that. That's a potion for you, man.
Headlining comic Zack Miller for coming into the Nug Life show today. We love you all. We will see you. We're going to go up to the Cannabis Cup, and then tomorrow we're going to be at the Bone and the Piff and Bones.
You heard the Piff and Bones.
Hashtag Piff and Bones. PIFF, and then a big N, and then Bone the regular way.
Right. You already know.
Thanks, everybody, for listening. We'll be back again on Monday. This is the Nug Life Radio Show, 5 days a week. Cannabis education, KNSJ, KSFR, K-Boom. Thanks for listening. We're going to enjoy the parking lot.
Bang, bang.
Bang, bang.
I'm singing green.